Hello everyone. Today we'll be building a recipe app, right? So we'll be making use of EDAMAM API for this. Initially, let's start with the HTML. I'll just create the HTML file, right? So index.html. So let me create the CSS file as well, style.css. Initially, what I'll do, I'll just go to HTML file. I'll just create the very basic HTML template, and I'll just change the title to recipe app. And also, let me link the style sheet as well. Give the name and pass style.css. So let's start writing the HTML code. So initially, I'll just make use of the header. So inside that one, I'll be making use of h1 tag. I'll just copy the same thing over here in the title. What I have given, I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it over here, recipe app. So next, I'll be making use of the div tag, and I'll just give the class search container. This is one thing. Next, inside the div, I'll just be taking the input tag. Type will be text. ID will be search. I'll just give search input. Also, let's consider placeholder. So here, let me give search for recipes. This is it for the input. Next, one second. Next, let's consider a button. I'll just give the button name as search. I'll make use of the on-click event. I'll just give the function name search recipes. So this is one thing. After header, let's consider one more div. Will not be writing anything inside the div. I'll just make use of ID named recipes container. Also, I'll just give the class name container. So yeah, this is it for the HTML. Let me format this once. So yeah, this is it for the HTML. Now let's start writing the CSS. So initially, I want to make use of the Poppins font. So I'll just go here. I'll search for Poppins font. Get font, get embed code, import. I'll just copy this one, right? I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it over here. So next, I'll make use of the body, and let me again open the Chrome. I'll come here and I'll just copy this one, font family. So I'll just paste it over here. Yeah. Next, we'll give margin 0, padding 0, and background color of F9. So this is it for the body. Next, we'll style for header. So I'll just go here. I'll just copy this one, header. I'll come here and paste it over here. So let's style for the header. I'll just consider background color 351B5. Next, let's give padding of 20 pixel, text align center, also color of FFF. This is for the header. Next, we'll style for H1 just below the header, right? So I'll just copy and paste H1. So let's give margin 0, font size 1.8 run. Next will be styling for search container. This one we have given class name search container. I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it over here. So this one I'll give margin top of 20 pixels, display flex, justify content, center, also align items, center. So this is it for the search container. Next, we'll style for the input. I'll just copy this one. I'll paste here. Inside, I'll just copy this one. Type equals test. Just paste again. So inside this one, we'll be giving padding of 10 pixel, border radius of 5 pixel, border of 1 pixel, solid, CCC. Also width of 300 pixel. So this is it for the input. So next what we'll do, we will style for the button. So where is button? Just below the input, right? So I'll just copy this one button and I'll paste it over here. So let's start writing styles for the button. I'll give padding 10 pixel and 20 pixel horizontally and vertically. Let's give border none, border radius of 5 pixel, background color of 50. This will be ash, not 3. Yeah. Then I'll give color as byte or triple F. Then let's make cursor pointer. Also, I'll make use of the, this is not transform. It is transition background color. I'll just give it to 0.3 seconds and ease. So this is it for the button. When let's style for button when hovered, right? So for that one, I'll just give the darker background color, right? Just consider 1 second. Yeah, 45859. Just give them. Next, we will style for this one, container. So where is container? This one. Class name, we have to container here. I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it over here. So next, let's start writing the style for container. I'll just give display flex and flex wrap. Let's give just wrap, justify content, center, also padding 20 pixel. So this is it for the container. Let's design for recipe. So where this recipe is coming from? 1 second. This is actually, we are not making use of it from index.html file. We'll be making use of it from the JavaScript file. So I'll explain it later. Let's just start writing the CSS. So I'll just give border 1 pixel, solid, D, border radius of 5 pixel, margin 10 pixel, padding 10 pixel, width 300 pixel, background color white or triple F, box shadow 0, 2 pixel, 4 pixel. Also, I'll just consider RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.1. Then again, I'll consider transition transformer 0.3 seconds and ease. This is it for the recipe. Let's write for recipe, when hovered. So I'll just make use of the hover. Let's make use of transform, translate by of -5 pixel. This will just add the hover effect. Did I do something wrong? Have these 2 braces, right? This is not necessary. Again, yeah. So this is it for the recipe when hover. Next, what we'll do, I'll just consider a recipe along with the H2. So we are styling for the H2. We'll give margin top of 0, font size of 1.2 rem. This is for the H2. Then we'll write for recipe image. So here max width of 100%, height I'll just give auto, border radius 5 pixel. So next we'll write for recipe P tag. I'll just make use of margin 5 pixel and 0 pixel, horizontally and vertically. So then we'll write style for anchor tag. So color I'll be giving 3 F5 1 B5. We don't need any text decoration, so I'll just give it's text decoration none. Also transition color with ease. Then when hover, so I'll just take the darker background color, darker color, (3E 9T). So I'll just format this once. So this is it for the CSS. What I've done is I have installed an extension called live server. So what this does is whatever changes that we make in the HTML, so it will get directly reflected in the browser. Instead of like reloading again and again to see the changes, we can make use of this extension. So I'll just close this one. Just right click and click on open with live server. So let's wait for some time. So yeah, initially we have made use of the input, and then there is search button next to input, and we have given the recipe app. On making use of JavaScript, what we'll do is we'll be making use of EDAMAM API. So whatever we give the input, if we search for certain recipe, so on click of the research, we have to get that recipe along with the link of the recipe, explaining the recipe. So that we'll be doing with the help of the JavaScript. What I'll do, I'll just create index.js JavaScript file. So I'll just move this one to the right, and let's place the JavaScript file by making use of script tag index.js. So let me format this once. Then let's start writing the JavaScript. One second. Yeah, let's start writing the JavaScript. First one, what we have to do, let's define an asynchronous function to search for the recipes. So I'll just create the function search recipes. Search recipes, where it is coming from, this one. So I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it over here. So what I'll do, I'll just make use of, first what we have to do, we have to get the value of the search input. Also, we have to get the container where the recipes will be displayed. Also, finally, we have to clear the container before displaying the new recipes. These three things we have to do, right? So, as I've said, we'll be making use of async. Just async. First, let's get the value of the search input first. First, I'll be making use of the variable name search input. We'll be making use of document.getElement by ID, where this is coming from. One second, this one, ID of search input, right? I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it over here. This is one thing. Next, we have to get the container where all the recipes will be displayed. So for that one, I'll just be making use of const, the variable name a recipes container. I'll be making use of document.getElement by ID. A recipes container. Where this is coming from? This one. This div, right? I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it over here. Next, we have to clear the container before displaying the new recipes, right? For that one, I'll be making use of recipes container dot inner HTML. We'll just set that one to empty string. So till now, what we have done, we have get the value of the search input. Also, we have get the container where recipes will be displayed. Also, we have cleared the container before displaying the new recipe. So anything wrong here? One second. So yeah, next we'll make use of the try and catch block. So with the API. So I'll just make use of try initially. First, what we'll do, we'll just fetch the recipe data from the API. So for that one, what API we'll consider? We are considering EDAMAM API. So I'll just open the Chrome. I'll search for EDAMAM API, this one, right? I'll just log in. Create your account. So next, what we'll do, we'll click on Recipe Search API. We'll click on the Get Started one, right? We can, click on Login. We have already logged in. So I'll just go to the dashboard. So I already have the app ID and this one, application app. One second. I already have the app key and app ID. For that one, what you have to do is, you just have to click on the create a new application, Recipe Search API. Click on the Recipe Search API. Give the name any random name. I have just given Recipe API. Also give the description of your choice. Then it will give you app ID and app key. So I have already created. This one. I'll just open this one, Recipe Search API. I'll just copy this one. So I already have the this one API with me. So 1 second. Yeah, I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it over here. So what you guys have to do, make use of the same thing, but here, like instead of my app ID, you give yours, and the app key you give yours. So next, what we'll do is, just 1 second. Next, what we'll do is, we'll check if the response is successful. So for that one, the response is not successful, then we'll throw an error, right? If the response is not okay, I'll just make use of throw new error. You can give anything. I'll just give HTTP error. Status along with the response dot status. So next, what we have to do after this one, we have to extract the JSON data from the response. For that one, I'll be making use of the variable name data, and just make use of the const itself. Const data. We'll make use of await response dot JSON. Next, we'll just log the API response to the console. So just for the checking purpose, I'll just log the API response to the console. Just give data. Next, we just open the Chrome. Just search for apple juice, right? Right now, we are not getting anything. Let's start writing the code. Now let's iterate through each recipe in the data. How we'll do it? I'll just make use of data dot heads dot. I'll make use of for each recipe. Let's create the HTML markup for each recipe. I'll just make use of the variable name recipe HTML. So next, what I'll do, just have div class equals. I'll just give the class name recipe. So next, what we'll do, we'll make use of the h2 tag. And just make use of recipe. I'll just be giving the label. Let's close the h2 tag. Next, I'll be making use of the image tag. All this is coming from API, right? The parameters we are taking from the API, documentation of EDAMAM API. So I'll just give mg source recipe image. Just make use of the alt. I'll just give and then did I miss something? dot label. So this is it for the image. Next, we'll consider p tag. Inside p, I'll just write calories. For this one, I'll be making use of math.round. Recipe, we'll be considering calories. I'll close the p tag. Next, again, we'll consider one more p tag. Here, this will be servings. How many people will be serving for? So I'll just make use of recipe a. We'll just close the p tag and just make use of anchor tag. URL target, we'll just set into blank. Just give the name, view recipe. I'll just close the anchor tag, right? Finally, let's close the div as well. So this is it. Next, what we have to do, we have to append the recipe HTML to the recipes container. For this one, I'll just comment it out and write, we have to append the recipe HTML to the recipes container. For that one, what I'll be doing, we'll be making use of recipes container dot inner HTML recipe h. So for now, this is it for the try. Next, we'll make use of catch. So I'll give error. What we'll do, we'll log an error message if the fetching of the recipes fails. So I'll just make use of console log. I'll just give error fetching recipes. Then I'll call the error. So did I find anything? So this is it for the JavaScript. I'll just format this once. So what we have made use of, we have made use of the asynchronous function. Here we have made use of the await. We have called the API. Finally, we have, after this one, we have appended the recipe HTML to the recipe container. Finally, this is for catching any error. I have made use of the log. That's it. Let's go to index.html. Let's just check, right? So let's check for apple juice. I'll just hit search. So nothing is happening, right? Let's just inspect. Search for the what we have done. Then has been blocked by cost policy. So if we are getting the cost, this thing, right? For that one, have an extension called massive cost. So I'll just enable the cost. So let's search for apple juice again. Still, we are not getting anything, right? Error fetching recipes. HTTP error 400. So let's check once again. So let's check the JavaScript code once. So what I have done wrong is here, this and the for each, this has to be capital E, not the small e. Then let's format this once and check again. So let's search for apple juice. Still we are not getting any result. Let's check again. So let's go to the JavaScript code. What I have missed is here, after the search input, I have not given value. So this is one biggest mistake I have done. So let me open the Chrome. Let's search for apple juice and let me hit the search. So yeah, now we are getting the search result, right? Bubbly apple juice with vertex and this one. What we are getting inside: calories, servings, and view recipe. So where this one we are getting from calories, servings, and view recipe from here. Calories, servings, and view recipe. This one. So image is coming from here, and the label is coming from this H2, right? So here we can also check the recipe. If I click here, it will take to the link and we can get the ingredients, right? So we can watch the videos as well in this website, and we can get we can see the ingredients here. So this is it. Let's search for one more thing: vanilla ice cream, and let me hit the enter. So vanilla ice cream soda recipe, I forgot to, so everything is working perfect. Let me click on this is serving for 6 people, and this one view recipe. Let me just click on the view recipe, I mean of this one, vanilla ice cream soda recipe. This will just take here. I mean, we can check for the ingredients as well. We can watch the video and we can read this one, how to make this one. So everything is working properly. So let's close this one. Let's search for the one last recipe. What shall we give? I'll just give mango lassi. I'll just hit search. So this is giving correct, I mean we are getting the correct results, and I'll just click on view recipe. Let's wait for some time. Yeah, mango lassi. You'll get the ingredients, also directions, right? What to do and so everything is working perfect. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys.